I texted Jeff. I'm gonna wait a minute for his reply. And if he, depending on what he says, we'll just start.
I also slightly suggested that we start early in hopes that maybe he would be closer to on time.
I'll be on around 9 p.m. is what he says. All right. Give me 30 seconds and we're starting.
Okay. All right. I cast everything.
All spells cast. We are streaming, I think. Maybe. Take a look at it. Tell me what you think. Trying something weird.
With like the background.
Can you see the background now?
Well, yeah, I could see it when I pulled it up.
But can you really see?
Yes, now I can really see. Fancy.
So I could center it and I could make it bigger.
Okay. Oh, Eileen used my desk yesterday and she put away all my D&D papers.
She's like, get that nerd shit out of here.
Where did it go? Honestly, it was just a sheet of paper with all your armor checks written on it. I can just look that up again. Okay, well, last time on D&D, you found a teleportation portal that took you to the Grey Peak Mountains. I don't know if you're streaming it, Sean.
Yep, have been.
Okay. You found your teleportation device or pad, whatever, that took you to the mountains. While on the mountains, you futzed around a little bit thinking a rock was an elemental.
Was the best.
Cerestomal falls off the side and is rescued by the fair maiden Yolanda.
I feel like she's less a fair maiden and more like a WCW pro wrestler.
Well, I say ironically. And after that, you attempt to move on and further up the mountain, only to come across some half-dragon men, who you promptly kill all but one, who you currently have captured. And after a little bit of interrogation, you find out that they're men transformed into dragons, which Hafen didn't seem to like very much.
No.
Is Hafen one to execute prisoners behind the party's back?
No. But if I were, I would.
You live your best life, and we will deal with whatever ramifications happen based on that.
Okay.
Let's just say, I'm not risking my neck for him.
So you have a constrained half-blue dragon man who is not incapacitated in any fashion, but
he is down to like 8 health or something.
He's down to like 2 health. Like okay. a stiff breeze will kill him if you're not careful, and you can very clearly tell this by looking at him.
Okay, didn't we? I seem to remember y'all telling me we needed him for something.
I would like to use him as a tribute to the wizard we're going to visit for kicking some bad guys off his mountain.
You don't even sound exactly sure what we're doing, but
prisoners are a good thing to have as leverage. We can always trade them to someone.
I mean, that's a fair point. Okay. Let me go back to the map you guys are on. Okay. So you've got the path that leads back to the teleportation pad, or you can. The only other option is to either go off the side of the cliff again, or continue west.
Well, Jeff's not here, so let's just push him.
You're gonna push
What?
Jeff off the side of the cliff.
Actually, no. We have a dedicated player carrying our hostage.
Sounds good to me.
That's perfect.
Actually, I need to give you control of him.
I don't want control of him.
You can. You've already got control of him.
I have control of all player characters because I needed to make adjustments to the tokens.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. So, all right, you've got control of him then. So,
do we want to move on, or do we want to interrogate this guy anymore? Is there anything else that y'all think we can get from him that would be a benefit?
I can't. Let's go ahead.
I say move on.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, we exhausted pretty much everything we were going to get out of them. I think we just decided to hand them over, which is why he's still breathing.
Right. Did we already looted the other dragon guys, right? Did we get anything from them?
Just a bunch of scrap armor and some basic swords and stuff like that.
When you say basic swords,
I mean like literally just swords.
you tell me
like a long sword.
Okay, I'm like hurting for a weapon that doesn't suck. So let me see if a long sword is better than a spear.
Let me pull up their character sheet. Where'd they go?
No, don't do that. There we go. Yeah, I will straight up take a longsword, no problem.
Okay. Yeah. So you got a longsword, or if you want, you can dual wield too.
That sounds like a really dumb thing for me to do.
Yeah, they have so each of them has a long sword, a short sword, and a heavy crossbow on them.
Why don't you take all three and tie them together with a rope and just spin it around?
Just make yourself
I don't even know what I would do with that.
Helicopter.
We can call it the murder copter. Okay, let me take this long sword, drop it in my inventory. Holy shit, I dropped 2 of them. That was dumb. I'm gonna move you up here, Mr. Longsword. You're better than my spear, which wasn't difficult to do.
Spears are basic, super basic.
Yeah.
A longsword should be 1d8, right?
Ooh. Is it a simple weapon or a martial weapon?
Longsword?
Yeah. I'm leaning towards martial.
A longsword is a martial weapon.
Never mind. I don't want it. I can't use it. I'll put it in my back pocket.
Your back pocket. Okay.
My back pocket now has a giant hole, as it is the sheath of a sword.
All right. You have hoisted on the back of Sturistavold a tied up, upset dragon man who is grumbling and making noise.
Don't grumble. It'll be okay.
I continue petting him on the side of his head. Shh.
I think onward? Let's go
Onward
in the direction that is away from the portal. I am almost 900% sure that we have left the doorway to this wizard's base at that place with the teleporter pad or something.
You have left the what?
I feel like the teleportation pad had like a hidden door next to it somewhere that we.
Yeah, we completely just walked away from that whole area.
Okay, I get you.
Like we're now headed down the mountain away from his base or something.
So as you continue on, you head westward up the path. It it leads upwards at an incline. Eventually, you start to see some ruins at the top of the hill, and you see strange colors coming over the horizon from far off.
Like the Borealis? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, something like that.
Aurora
as-
Borealis.
So as you come, I actually have a handout for this.
Uh-oh.
Where'd it go?
We're going to be hit with something now.
Well, no, not necessarily.
The splendor of the Aurora Borealis.
Oh, you know what? I uploaded the image, but I didn't actually make a handout. So let's make one right now.
You know, a short sword is a martial weapon as well. I couldn't even use a short sword.
Huh.
Let's check that crossbow. I bet it says Armin can't use it. It does.
Why can't you use these weapons?
I can't use martial weapons. I'm only skilled with simple ones.
All right.
A sword isn't simple enough?
I mean, you put the pointy end.
So as you approach, you see a giant stone ring of ruined, what looks like used to be a ruined temple. You just see the foundations laying on the ground as you approach. Let me move it over. Blam. So as you approach, you come to the base of the stairs. And as you look up, you see a portal hovering in the air over the center of the area with a robed figure standing in front of it, looking like he is focusing all of his concentration into what's in front of him.
Before we go any further, this episode brought to you by Neutral Party.
Neutral Party. Their maps are great. Go check them out.
Check out their Patreon. I'm assuming, yep, Patreon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was one of their free maps.
I 100% believe we should interrupt this wizard and be like, hey, man, what you doing?
Is that what you do?
I'm discussing with the party before we do.
Okay.
No, I like this idea. Just like saddle up to him like nothing.
Just walk up beside him and say,
Yeah.
and then just yell at him, hail and well met.
yeah. Get right to his ear before you do it. See if you can sneak up on him.
I'm going to do this. Okay. With Sir Istival far behind, or no, Istival's going to be like, he's going to be right on my 6. No, he's got the damn passenger.
Yeah.
Okay, he'll sit back with the guy, I guess. And
Sure.
I will walk right up as close as to this guy as I can get.
All right.
Want
Well,
me to come with you?
um,
I'm not being sneaky.
well, give me a stealth roll with advantage.
But I'm not being sneaky.
You're not being sneaky.
I'm just walking right up to him. Unless D, would you rather be sneaky?
I'd rather get up to him before he realizes we're there. Let's be a little sneaky.
Okay.
Yeah, just appear like right next to him.
So how
and be
about
like,
just-
"Hello, well met."
You be sneaky and get like kind of out of. This is a good idea. You be sneaky and get in a position where when I walk up, not sneaky, you'll be out of his line of sight. So like,
Okay.
if he starts
Maybe
to cast fireball
like
at me, you just
over
shank
here.
him with your fist.
Maybe over near this pillar here.
Yeah, you do. If you go to that pillar, I'll walk up on this side of him, like up the right side of the stairs, and I'll do my bit.
Okay. And maybe he just won't notice me this whole time.
Yeah, unless he's got like some wards or something that detect people, and let him
Well,
know.
I guess we'll find out.
I'm glad that you'll be the one finding out.
Is this gonna be what? Stealth?
You have advantage. He said so. 23 is good though.
Right.
Oh,
All right. So as you approach the top of the stairs, you see a circle of green glyphs at your feet, and you are stopped by an invisible force. You can't progress any further.
Hey, do you say anything?
Wait,
Oh, you
at the
came
bottom
back.
of the stairs or at the
Not
top of the stairs?
where you're at right now, at the top of the stairs. Yeah, like right there. Like, let me draw you something.
Draw me.
So
Draw an invisible
you-
barrier for us.
So you see, that's not good. I need it to be a brighter color. And there you go. You see a line of glyphs that pass along the bottom half of that just light up as soon as you get to the top of the stairs, and you're trying to be sneaky, you're trying to get up to the top of the stairs, but you kind of walk into a wall. You just kind of, like walking into the wall, you just kind of stop. And as soon as you do that, the
Great space
wizard
work.
the wizard who has got his hands up in front of you looks over his shoulder.
Just knock.
Hi!
Keep it in the mind thing.
He continues to hold a hand up, definitely preoccupied with what's in front of him, and he's just like, "What are you doing here?"
Armin, this is time for your line!
I run up the stairs. Do I stumble?
You can't pass the green line, so
Oh, I
it's
run
like
up.
hitting an
I
invisible
run up
wall.
these stairs. I want to know if I stumble on my way to this urgent thing, right and face plant into the wall.
All right, give me an athletics check running up the stairs.
How about a dexterity? I feel like
I
that's
see.
more in line with what I'm doing.
Okay,
I
dexterity.
mean, I'm a -1 dexterity, and athletics is +10 or something.
What do you want to face?
You skip a step or two, but you make it up to the top with ease.
I yell out with my hand up, "Hail and well met, Mr. Wizard. We are in search of a known mage. His name is Ataz."
He just replies, "That would be me."
Excellent. We dispatched some dragon men that appeared to be haunting your mountain.
He looks immediately concerned when you say that, and he says, "Dragonmen, they've made it this far."
Yes, we brought one to you. Would you like to talk to him?
You didn't kill him?
We can.
We
I
like.
really wanted to.
Armin is just shaking his head. It's like, we take prisoners occasionally.
No dealings with dragons, he says, and he turns his head back and he says, "I have to concentrate. If I don't, something terrible might happen."
Might happen or will happen.
Well, if I don't keep my concentration in check, it will happen.
Well, you only have to do a concentration check if you're interrupted physically, I think.
The portal in front of him begins to flux into a deep crimson color.
Is that good? I yell out.
I think I might have. And he throws his head back to you guys. I'd probably get out of here. I don't know if I can handle this, as he says, and then it fluxes from a deep crimson to a deep purple.
Hey, Fed, can you help him with the magics? You're the magics guy.
Yeah, can I help him? If I can, I will try.
I mean, you can try.
How would you help him?
I don't know how I would help him. Let me think.
Use your magics that you hopefully definitely have.
Well, can I just figure out what he's trying to do at least? Let's see.
If you want to give me an Arcana check on it, sure.
Okay.
You see that he is trying to do interplanar summoning.
Oh, that's great.
Do I know anything about how to do that? Other than identifying it? That is the question. I guess I'll just yell out. What? Is there some way I can help you?
He says that he can. He yells out that he can drop his ward to keep people from sneaking up on him. If you would like to attempt to, control the summoning.
Okay. I will do that.
Why are we letting him summon elementals after we tried to kill Rock?
Hey, that was your
summoning?
business.
Who said anything about summoning elementals?
He's trying to summon things from the elemental plane, right? That was his thing?
Well, I never said that.
Well, that's what Armin thinks.
Okay.
Either way. You know what we could do, guys? We could help him knock him unconscious and teleport him back to town. Because I have teleport.
That sounds like a terrible idea. No, not with that one. You know I like knocking people out, but this seems like a bad idea. He's doing magic things.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we wouldn't be here. Like, whatever is summoning, we would just be gone.
If there's a way here and a way back from here, whatever ends up coming over here might end up over there, and we've made way too many
I can only
dragons
teleport
show
5
up.
people. Plus me. So, our prisoner?
Ataz waves a hand back, and the glyphs disappear off the floor beneath the party. As he does that, the deep purple flux immediately turns blue and starts brimming in a high frequency that starts filling the air with a shrill noise.
Okay, so I'll walk up to help him, and as I pass by these two, I'll say, "Why don't y'all go ahead and dispatch of that prisoner, so we don't have to worry about him."
Isty's got him.
And then I will lend my assistance however I can with what he is doing.
Okay. Give me a... What would be a good roll for that? Yeah, give me another Arcana on that.
Okay.
That seems pretty good.
Yeah, you forge your hands forward and you attempt to help handle whatever the hell he is doing in front of you. You know that it's interplanar summoning, and he says, thank you. This will make the summoning a whole lot easier. We'll be able to control them this time.
Control what exactly?
Wait, this time?
As the words come out of your mouth, the portal in front of you explodes and a white light fills the air. Ataz immediately is thrown back
Towards us, right?
Hang on, let me get on the right layer.
Oh no.
Jesus.
He's thrown back. I guess I put everything on the wrong layer.
You can't undo that.
No.
That looks bad.
Ataz is thrown back onto the staircase, and a whole bunch of elementals rip into the material plane. Roll for initiative.
I point at the rock one and say, "Hey, look, it's the rock one."
I told you. This is bullshit.
Who else wants to run away? I'm okay with running away.
I'm like 90% okay with running away.
Yeah.
I will roll initiative first, though. See how
I can run away real damn good.
Ah,
So
we had a missed opportunity here. You know that warding wall?
What's that?
We should have seen if Yolanda could run vertical up to the top of it and over.
well, too late.
Next warding wall.
Okay.
Next warding wall, yeah. what did everybody actually roll? D got a 19. Oh wow, you guys rolled pretty good this time. So
We can run away real good.
you got the 19. Actually, you have a 20 now. I should clear these things after every battle. So
If y'all want to run away, we can do that. And I mean, like, everyone run to Ataz, and I'll teleport us out, and we'll be back at home base.
That's probably a good idea.
Like, there's a lot of these things, and they're big.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest, Jeff is our big gun.
well, you're playing Jeff.
Jeff is sidelined with the prisoner right now. He's the only one that I can trust to not execute him.
Well, I'll play Jeff if you don't want to play Jeff.
What does Jeff do? Well, this is a party decision. Do we want to run away, or do we want to try to fight?
Well,
I don't know anything about elementals, by the way. So, like, these could be easy to kill.
yeah, I don't know
But
either.
I'm really doubtful based on
How
their
about we
size.
punch him a couple of times, and if that doesn't work, we run away.
Okay, would you like to punch the wind one or the fire one?
I was gonna punch the rock one.
And
I
I,
could-
and I was supposed to stick my spear through the windy one.
No, you stick your spear through the fire one, and then it gets hot, and you stick it into the
And then it burns
water
me.
one, and it boils them.
And then we have boiling water attacking us.
He evaporates.
Does he? Is that how elementals work?
And then we go really hard, and the other one away.
I need a fan.
Time to roll for the
I
elementals.
have gust. Got it.
Can you blow the fire one out?
It's gonna gust the windy one, but I'll try and blow one out.
I mean, that's not a bad idea either, but maybe he just eats the gust.
How do I add? I can just.
Did I disappear from the turn order list?
No, you're at the top.
Oh,
He's not on
okay.
the list, though.
Wait, he's on the list for me.
I only see Yolanda, Armin, and Esteval. I don't see anyone
I
else.
I see Hafen with a 20. Here, I'll delete it. Hafen, re-roll yourself. Well, I'll
Okay.
just add you back in at 20 because that's what you rolled initially.
Okay.
Might be under the bed. Or the dresser.
Ataz summoned these thinking he could control them. Maybe we don't engage in combat just yet.
Hafen,
Yeah.
or sorry, Ataz has been thrown against the wall and he is unconscious, by the way.
Okay, well, great. He's fucking useless.
Well, I helped them. Maybe they'll listen to me.
You rolled a 20. I think you could go first and find out. Uh-oh.
Well,
Well, you rolled a crit. Maybe he didn't roll a crit.
that's true. I did roll a
He
crit.
rolled an 18 plus 3.
Do I have everything in? Descending. Okay. All right. It is the top of the turn order. You rolled a crit, Brett, so you
I did
are
too.
at the top. Oh, you did too? So you two are at the top of the turn order for this round.
Okay.
And all rounds, right?
Just the first.
Oh, okay.
Well then, I'm gonna try to see if I can command them.
Let me look up the rules on this.
I don't know that there are rules about.
There are.
Oh,
There are.
about commanding elementals that you helped summon.
Yes.
What rule book?
This is in the player's handbook.
Jesus, that book is in storage right now. This sucks.
It's stupid because it's not in the with their stat blocks at all. It's like separate. That's not what I want.
If you help summon an evil extraplanar being into your world, you have a .0025 chance of controlling them.
You mean 100.005?
0.000020. It gets lower every single time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say that since Ataz was the main summoner for it, and you only assisted, you don't have any command over them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not immediately hostile towards you.
You want to change that?
So what are they doing then?
They have ripped into the material plane, and as elementals, when they are not in their home plane, they are very upset that they are not in their home plane, and they basically start going berserk. They're going to start attacking everything they can see.
All right.
This is a good opportunity to do a hail and well met.
Yeah, I'll give it a...
To an elemental?
I mean, don't listen to me for advice, actually.
So where did Ataz get knocked back to?
He's on the staircase, crumpled and unconscious.
Like 0 health unconscious, or
He's just knocked out. He's not dead.
I'm gonna wake him up.
So like, is he too far away for me to pick up and do like a weekend at Bernie's?
I mean, you can use half movement to pick him up, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna try that.
You guys really don't want to fight these things.
Hey, that just means we're growing as people.
Keep in mind, so this is the pro combat stance. This is the only pro combat stance I have. We already have an army of evil dragons flying around killing things. Do we also need an army of elementals doing the same thing?
So as the elemental summoned, the portal that summoned them collapsed. So there's nothing in the center anymore.
We could just let someone else deal with this problem.
Just kind of
like, I feel very inclined to
that's up to y'all. I mean, I think he made it clear what they weren't attacking on me yet. So
I mean, you have a whole turn to run away, and so do I.
I'm.
There's a lot.
I don't know.
Them.
Yeah, there are. I don't know what our chances are.
So it's balanced. It's not not in your favor thing.
Okay.
I mean, even that feels very meta. All Armin sees is 5 giant elemental monstrosities.
I'm gonna try to weaken and Bernie's Ataz since he was controlling him.
Sure.
So I'm gonna move over to him and pick him up.
Okay.
And just kind of see if I can't mimic controlling them or something.
Sure. So when you conjure elementals, the thing about conjuring elementals that if you have to give them commands when they're summoned, or they kind of take a defensive, I guess is the best way to put it. What do the rules say? It's friendly to you and your companions for the duration. but it's a concentration check, and Ataz is unconscious.
So
Ah,
he automatically fails those.
okay. What happens when he fails that? Do they turn on us?
The elemental doesn't disappear. Instead, you lose control. It becomes hostile towards you and your companions, and it might attack.
Do we have to wait till his turn?
I have a plan. My
Excellent.
character screams it out.
All
Okay.
right. Let's hear it.
You'll see.
Oh.
So what do you do?
Well, I hate to just sit, but I think I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna give these things a chance to not attack us and wait for Yolanda's plan.
Can you get
Okay,
over
so
away?
your turn passes. It now becomes Armin's turn.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Armin, hold your action. Don't attack yet.
I absolutely need everyone together to teleport.
Just
So
Well, I've already picked up Ataz when I tried the weekend at Bernie's.
so
make your way this way.
I can't leave
So-
Hafen. I gotta be near him. He's squishy.
Well, I'm just saying, like, y'all get together in case my plan doesn't do anything.
Okay.
I take.
We're relatively close together.
I
here
will
right
take
now.
a single step back, and if Yolanda's, and I want to set my action to be a trigger thing. That's a thing you can do, right?
Depends on what you're trying to do.
Here's
You're setting a reaction for
yes,
what?
I'm setting a reaction. If Yolanda's plan fails and everyone is in range, we're teleporting.
Okay, that's a little. So no, that won't work because you're setting the trigger on another character. It has to be on you. Like if something comes in range, you do something, not if another character does something.
If I
Because you don't here. So here's the thing: you don't know what Yolanda's doing. So how can you set her trigger?
That's fair, but if I
If I yell now, do it.
my argument is if I see her fumble and fall, I'm gonna know it failed.
Okay.
But the caveat being everyone has to be in range. So we need that dragon man. Also, he needs to be a token tied up and next to Istaval.
Keep up with it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to have Istaval run up with him. How does he? And I don't know if he's gonna be encumbered by that.
Half speed.
So he can
Carrying a giant dragon, half dragon man, half speed.
So he can only run 3 spaces, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I don't know if that's close enough, guys.
Mm-mm.
We might have to survive a round.
Well,
Okay.
let's
If
take our
Yolanda,
chances.
if I see Yolanda Yolanda, you're gonna go next. Can I take myself out of turn order and go last?
You can hold your action until the end of the round. Yes.
I would rather do that. I think.
So we'll just
Like swing back to me after Istaval goes.
I'm gonna put you down at the bottom.
Okay.
All right. So if that's the case, we're gonna move on. It is now the fire elemental's turn. Mr. Fire Elemental immediately trains onto you since you're the closest thing. Enters your space.
I mean, he could train on the water elemental. That feels closer, actually.
He feels closer, but he sees you.
I mean, everyone's hot for me. Especially fire elemental. But,
But
No.
I mean,
he enters
Swing and a
your
miss.
space, and you immediately take.
then I say, sup, hottie.
You take 5 fire damage,
Oh, see, that's not so bad.
and you
And
catch
he
on
punches
fire.
me.
That is the fire elemental's turn. Air elemental. the big one immediately flies over here.
Jesus.
Just
Oh, great.
everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Guys, that's not my good stat.
Mm.
In fact, I would say it's my bad stat.
Oof.
Roll for Eastaval as well, Sean.
Let me find out where he's at. Oh, he's got plenty of dexterity. No, he doesn't.
Wow, these are some terrible rolls.
I don't think we're getting away, guys. I think he's gonna blow us in all directions.
Hey, I think you think right. So on where he's at, he does a whirlwind attack that knocks everybody 10 feet in a diagonal position from where they're currently at.
So we all go over here in a pile.
So basically, Armin or Eastaval will go here. Yolanda goes there, where she was.
You got me with an 18.
You're the only one that was good. That was good. Sorry, you're the only one that passed.
Okay.
Armin, you're back. You're still holding on to Ataz there, Hafen, but everybody is now spread out. And since you're so close, it takes its second attack and misses a slam attack against you. It solidifies its air fist and tries to punch at you, but it misses.
I say, ha! See, it's working, and I shake his arms around.
Oh, you're fucked.
I lost everybody's video.
We lost your video.
That's probably what it was. Okay, now it is Hafen's turn.
All right.
Okay, already went.
Haven did
Are
already
you in
go.
here? Are you in here twice? All right, yeah, you did because you were at the top of the round. So, sorry about
Yeah.
that. Actually, I forgot to take the other air elementals. All right, he's holding an action. Yolanda.
Okay, I'm gonna run more forward towards these. And in my most loud, booming, commanding voice, I yell out in Primordial because I some reason speak that.
Yes.
Hail and well met! We mean you no harm. We brought you to this plane for friendship. Please, we've done nothing to attack you. Calm yourself. They can understand me.
Yeah, they can understand you. Since they can understand you, I need you to make a persuasion roll on that.
Come on, be persuasive.
You have good charisma, right?
Can this be a performance? Okay. No!
Oh.
Now they hate us.
The,
You misspoke.
the giant air elemental turns towards you and says, "No mortal who would summon me to this plane would say that they mean no harm.
Okay,
You will pay for what you have done."
I didn't summon you. That guy you knocked out summoned you. I am just here to try and calm the situation because you were super cool, man. I'm your biggest fan.
Needless to say, he's not really buying it.
And to punctuate my point,
Gust.
I'm going, yeah. I'm going to blow a gust in the air and like fling myself in the air and do like a spin.
Attack him! You've already fucked up the persuasion.
I'm pushing this.
Hey, we're desperate.
No, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna use gust to
Okay.
lift myself in the air and spin around and say, I'm one of your people. I've just formed into this body because of my parents, but I have your essence inside of me.
It's
That's why
my
I'm
thing.
trying to make a friendship with you in particular, big guy. And for that, I'm gonna speak specifically I'm
Which
gonna
one is
guess
it?
Ignan dialect.
Aquid?
No, Aqua would be water.
Yes.
Yeah, I would imagine that's probably Orin, because
Orin.
Ignan was probably fire.
She
So-
would, yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
She would know the difference. I was just looking, I was like, what can I do? I'm like, fuck, I speak primordial. That's weird. So can I try and persuade him again with my dramatic?
Well, I mean, you used an action to persuade, so
Yeah.
The first one, which was just a dialogue, which is a free action.
okay. So you can roll.
So what I'm saying is the gust and the action of a performance with it is another thing. It's my actual action.
Your actual. So okay, all right. Roll me another persuasion on that.
Please be persuasive.
Oh,
He sees you air jumping about, and he hears the giant air elemental sees and hears what you say, but he says, no true air elemental would ever be compliant with living on this plane. It is a plague. We must return.
Let us help you with that somehow. Okay, and then I'm just gonna run away now. Still have movement.
That's it. If you run.
Which I'm gonna go. Well, I guess that would be an attack of opportunity right away.
Don't you have
Yeah.
some OP monk shit that says no attack of opportunities?
Not for this, no.
Not for that. All right. So if he takes an attack of opportunity,
Well,
you are able
I
to
haven't-
gust yourself away. You passed by roll alone, so you managed to escape before he can take a swing at you.
How far can you go? Jesus.
a lot. I've got a lot of movement.
It's fucking dumb.
All right. If that is your action, we will move on. It is now the Earth Elemental's turn.
I got too many elementals near me, guys.
Mr. Earth Elemental burrows into the ground.
He uses dig.
He uses dig, and he pops up next to Armin.
He could have dug a lot farther, I think.
He could have.
Hail and well met. Rock and air, kind of like hail. Maybe
Earth
water.
Elemental, the big burly Earth Elemental, immediately takes 2 strikes at you.
Is he
with
really
his
burly?
fists.
Was that really necessary to describe that?
What is your AC, Armin?
200.
200.
200 easy. I think it's 18.
That's great. That means he double crits if it's 200.
Oh, well, that's nice.
No.
That's so nice of him.
He connects with 2 concurrent blows to you, and you take 20 bludgeoning damage.
Well, it sounds like I'm going to be teleporting anyway, guys. So, see ya.
That is his turn. It is now the Water Elemental. The Water Elemental slides up, just kind of seamlessly drifts across to Yolanda.
Were you still at 48 health, D?
Yeah.
We should have
And
done
makes
something.
2 slam attacks at you. The first blow hits you, but the water dissipates as it connects against you, doing no damage. Same with the follow-up attack.
Are you immune to water and we didn't know?
All right, Sean. It is now East of All's turn.
Well, he's dumb. Let's see.
As a free action, you can drop the body. So
I dropped the body. He's got 6 spots. 2, 3, 4.
Why don't you throw the body at an elemental?
He's gonna take some. Is that as far as he can go?
I think you
1,
can only
2,
move
3,
30.
4,
I
5,
think.
6. Yeah, I think it is 30.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that I had miscounted the spaces and he could
Oh.
actually go closer to me. And he's gonna do that thing he does with his hammer.
Yeah, he's
Which
gonna
is-
command. He's gonna do the command word, and
Yep, he's gonna do command word, and then he's got 2 attacks, I think.
yes, yes.
So, 27.
27 absolutely hits.
I don't know how many spell slots he has.
So the command word doesn't count towards a spell slot.
I'm curious about smiting.
Well, I mean, let's look at a spell sheet.
It says he has all of them. I don't.
Yeah, I don't. He did not use any. He did not use any spell slots since you guys have last done a long rest. So he has full slots right now.
Well, then he's gonna use one.
Okay.
To smite.
To smite. Okay.
So that'll be 10 more damage.
10 more damage. So 22 damage.
Yep.
To the big
To the
big
big
dude
one.
in front of you.
To the big one. And
To the big guy in front of you.
he's gonna do it again also.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about flanking in this current situation.
I'm gonna say that would not, if Hafen was a square 2 back, yes, because if it was one more back, it would be partial, and then full on if he was 2 squares to the left, but currently no.
Okay, does 17 hit?
A 17 absolutely hits.
Okay, well we're gonna smite again. If I know how to, we gotta work on his character sheet.
Yeah.
What's this bullshit?
So you did a total of
20 plus 22.
so 44 damage total.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ceres Duval rushes forward and swings his flaming warhammer into the air elemental. The warhammer catches the air and sends a flaming wreath into it, kind of making the air elemental vibrate in place as it thrashes, as it takes the whole 40 damage. Let's do some math.
Wasn't it 42?
42, yeah, you're right.
And finally, it is actually Armin's turn.
So is that Eastaval's turn? Not going to do anything else?
That's all east of all.
Okay. So now it is actually your turn.
Do y'all want to run away? Still?
Maybe.
I think you guys could take this.
I mean,
I really do.
I think we could, but
I think you should.
if we teleport, then we have to go all the way back to home base, and we'll have to deal with Ataz there.
Well, Ataz
we've
is
done too
unconscious,
much
and
to get
he's
here.
Ataz is unconscious and not willing.
Okay.
So if you teleport, you leave an unconscious wizard.
He's not
The whole
Can he really? I'm not going to
Yes.
talk about consent on unconsciousness. That's probably not great.
if you teleport out of here, you basically leave an almost dead half dragon man, which I don't think you guys care too much about. But you're also leaving this wizard that you might need the help of.
We came here to get his help. The purple X is relatively where Dragon Man is.
Yeah, yeah.
I say we just start
Yeah,
trying to
we're
pick
gonna
them off.
fight. What I want to do is I want to heal Yolanda though.
Okay.
Actually, Yolanda, I need you to get to me so I can heal you. Can you do
You can
that?
always run to her.
I'm not going to take an attack of opportunity twice. I don't think I'll survive it. You know what? Armin's brave. He'll do it.
Sure. All right.
I'm going to run over to Yolanda.
Okay, so I'll roll for 2 attack of opportunities.
Go ahead and tell me I'm dead.
You got away, man.
That wasn't a crit?
No, neither of them hit. Neither of them hit you.
Okay.
The air elemental attempts to, and the earth elemental takes a swing at you, but you definitely dodge out of the way as you run towards Yolanda.
Okay, Yolanda, you're going to get one of my beads. So, bead of curing wounds at level 2.
Is that what was on the prayer beads?
Yeah. So you get 16
I got a
heal.
list somewhere, but
I got it. It's in my character
yeah,
sheet.
cure wounds 2nd level or lesser restoration.
Yeah, we're
That's
doing cure wounds.
Okay.
So you get 16 HP. I also get 2 plus law. I get 4 HP from that because of a blessed healer thing I have.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll add it to your HP. I just want you to be alive. That is my turn. I don't think I can do anything else.
That's your turn. Okay. Next up is the fire elemental.
Can I move back up to my 19 spot?
If you have movement, you can still take it.
No, I mean, that's the end of the round. We're at the beginning of the round again.
Right.
So my 19 self, this will be my second turn. I need to be back at 19.
You need to be here. Yeah. Okay.
Whichever.
It doesn't matter. You two can talk about who wants to go first, since you have the same.
Do you want to go first, D?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Problem solved.
Problem solved. The fire elemental looks at Hafen, looks at Ataz, and he shifts around, and he combines into the giant air elemental, and it becomes a giant flaming air elemental.
Jesus Christ. Do you have a token for that?
I don't. He's just going to be the giant
NATO.
air. He's a fire NATO basically. So he is now this guy. And it is now his turn. The giant fire air elemental now is going to take a flaming punch at Hafen. The flaming punch connects. Hafen takes a whole 2 fire damage.
Good job.
Did you say 2?
2. Count them. 1, 2 fire damage. He takes another swing at you. Connects with another flaming air punch. And this time you take a whole 3 fire damage for a total of 5 fire damage this round. Oh, they're doing so good. Hafen, it is now your turn.
All right. Excuse me, I will drop the guy and use my action to toss the pyramid into the air.
Okay. What you just stored a bunch of magic missile into that, right?
Yeah, I stored three level 1 magic missiles.
Okay. So if you so choose, you can choose to cast that as one level 3 magic missile.
Okay.
Since that's how magic missile works.
Okay.
Will you do anything else? I think is that your
I think
action?
that's all I can do, yeah.
Because the stone Let me pull that stone up.
Can't tell what makes the stone active from the description.
So when you use your action to toss the stone into the air, the stone orbits your head for a distance of 1d3 feet. Whatever, you can make it orbit you. Thereafter, another creature must use an action to grasp it, blah, blah, blah. You can use an action to take it back out of the air. So from now on, so you've used your action to cast it into the air. The next time, I believe you can...
Does it act as its own attack separate from me?
Hang on, it says see a certain page in the DM guide. Let me check that real quick. Just so you're not left in the 176. Okay, so as an action, you can use the stone to cast your spell.
It has to be one of my actions?
Yeah, it has to be your action to cast the spell.
Okay.
So now that it's in the air, you've already stored the magic missile. So if you cast the magic missile from the stone, it won't count against your spell slots.
Okay.
Okay, will you do anything else? Movement, anything of the sort? Bonus actions?
No, there's really nothing I can do right now.
Okay. Yolanda, what you got? You have you had a water elemental batting at you.
I'm gonna punch it.
You're gonna punch it.
Punch that water.
I would say 29 hits.
Punch him again.
You're gonna punch him again? Okay.
And I'm gonna spend a key. Punch him 2 more times.
2 more times. Good
Yeah.
We gotta make sure it doesn't combine with anything else.
Right.
These are gonna be the splashiest radiant punches ever.
All right. So you work your magical monk fists into the kind of corporeal water body of the elemental in front of you, making these deafening splashes as your punches connect, doing a total of 38 magical damage against the water elemental.
And then I say in my best gurgly water voice, I tried to be nice.
Okay.
That's me.
Will you do anything else?
No, I'm good. That's me.
Okay. All right, Armin.
Before we go any further, I've created you a token for this fire NATO.
Oh, wow. Okay. Right. I like it. Does it actually have health? No, I gotta give it.
Nope.
Sure. All right.
No one's hurt except for me. I guess I could heal myself.
I mean, you can always do that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Oh no, where did my character sheet go? That's annoying. I'm gonna do a bead of curing level 2, or a bead of curing on myself.
Is that from your necklace?
It is.
All right. So you have on it. So that's both of the cures on that necklace.
Yes. I'm keeping track of them on my tracker.
Okay. So you still have smite, you still have bless, you still have restoration.
Yep. I also have plus 20 health. And I'm going to continue to... I'm going to move around here. So Yolanda has flanking.
But you have now placed yourself in flanking from the air elemental.
I have. Don't fuck this up, Yolanda, or I'll be dead.
All right. Are you doing anything else?
That's me.
Okay. The earth elemental moves down. Oops. Let's select him.
Make sure he's got extra super flanking on me. Oh, no.
Moves down to east of all.
It's
And takes he takes a punch at east of all. He connects for how much damage does he do?
none.
$19 damage
Jesus.
to east of all for the first attack. He then turns to Ataz's unconscious body and takes a swing.
Jerk.
Total jerk. Of course, it's hard for an unconscious body to dodge out of the way, but he takes a whole 6 damage. I'm tracking that. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
That is the Earth Elemental's turn. It is now the Water Elemental. The Water Elemental says to Yolanda, I thought you were one with us. How could you betray us as such? As
You
he takes...
just punched me twice. You started this fight. I'm finishing it. I'm gonna jump in puddles of your skin.
The Water Elemental swings for the first attack, connecting the blow, and Yolanda takes a whole 7 bludgeoning damage on the first attack. He's going to turn around to Armin, take a swing. The swing was not great enough as the fist splashes against Armin's chest, dissipating.
I needed a nice soak.
All right, it is now East of All's turn.
What did Hafen do last round?
I tossed the
Oh, yeah, okay.
pyramid.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I feel like a fire hammer's not going to be much good against a fire NATO. Thoughts?
You can still swing the hammer. I probably just wouldn't activate it
I don't want to waste that.
because it is a flame tongue. You're only doing additional fire damage
Yeah, I
with
know,
the hammer swing.
but that's good damage. Istval yells out to Hafen, "Can you handle the fire one?"
Yep.
All right, he's going to turn his attention to the rock one,
Okay.
and he is going to start burning through spell slots as he hammers and smites.
Excellent.
So, where's the mace at? Bada boom,
Bada bing, bada boom.
bada miss.
The mace smacks against the chest of the Earth Elemental,
sorry, I meant to
dealing
click the
0
other one.
damage.
I clicked the wrong weapon.
Oh, did you? Okay, re-roll then. Oh yeah, you meant to do the Warhammer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why he has that mace in his inventory.
I don't know. The Warhammer cracks against the chest of the Earth Elemental, leaving a impact spot, doing 7, 10 damage against it.
Plus 12 more. He's going to smite every chance he's got.
He's going to smite every chance. All
Burn
right, I like
his
it.
spell slots.
I like it.
He's going to do it again.
Let me do some math. Oops.
So he did 22.
East of all
33.
East of all goes absolutely insane on the elemental in front of him and just starts bringing his hammer down in thundering blows, cracking against the arms, the shoulders, the head of the earth elemental, leaving impact spots where he hits, doing a lot of damage.
That's like 49.
It was 49 damage.
Is he dead?
No.
Damn.
He's still standing, but he's got lots of cracks and impact spots peppered all over his body.
That's it.
All right, Hafen.
All right. I guess I'm going to do this now. I'm going to go ahead and and use all the level 3 magic missile on this giant fire NATO thing.
Okay. Do you have any bonuses to evocation stuff?
I do not believe I do.
Okay.
No, I don't think so, because I don't think that's part of the sorcerer's gambit.
Okay. I'm just double checking because I know if you're a wizard, you can.
We know Davil was OP as shit with
With evocation magic,
with
absolutely.
magic missile. He's like 50 damage basic. Right.
It was
off
like
the bat.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so with the sorcerer. I can augment. Well, I don't know how.
Okay, so you've got your empowered spell.
Yeah. Would that apply to spells that I've cast into the pyramid?
So it tells me that when you roll damage for a spell, which is a spell that you have stored in the stone and that you are now casting, you can spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll a number of the damage dice up to your charisma modifier.
Yeah, which I think is like.
So I don't know quite how that works, but in this case, it is a spell that you have stored that you are casting, so you can use this ability.
Okay. All right, then I will do that. I will roll. Let's see. When you roll damage for a space, once.
So you're doing 5d4. You're doing 5d4 plus 5, I believe.
Okay.
Let me make sure that that's correct on the force damage. Because you just get an additional you get an additional arrow for every level above, and you start at 3, so you're going to the 3rd level, so 4, then 5. So it's 1d4 plus 1. So you're doing 3d4 plus 3 at the 1st level, 4d4 plus 4 at the 2nd, and 5d4 plus 5 at the 3rd. So you're automatically doing 5 damage. And then you're going to roll 5d4 for me.
Okay.
And then if you so choose to use your empowered spell, you can re-roll for every sorcery spell that you, or point that you spend, you can re-roll a hit die.
Reroll a number of the damage die up to your charisma modifier.
Right.
Okay. So let's do that. Now, here we go. Okay, and I will re-roll the 2.
So you've done your 5 force on your first one. That's automatic. So roll me one more 1d4. Because you only have 4, you need 5.
Oh, whoops.
At the 3rd level.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The first one is a 5. That's your automatic.
Okay. All right.
So now, if you choose, you can do your empowered spell.
Yeah, I want to re-roll the 2.
Okay. Is that going to bring it up to a 4? What is your charisma mod? Your charisma mod is 3, so you could basically make that to a 4.
I think I have to. Yeah, so I have to re-roll it.
You have to re-roll the die up to your charisma, so you can re-roll up to 3.
I can re-roll 3. Yeah, 3, but I only want to shoot for the 2.
All right. Well, in this case,
I have to take whatever comes up.
Right. You can re-roll that 2 up to 3 times.
Okay. Whoops. Forgot the.
It's a hard thing to spend extra on for just like 2 more points of damage, I think.
Yeah.
So you have done a total of
24.
Yeah, 24. 24 whole damage. But that's all connecting damage. So.
Okay.
So 24. All right, your magic missile rips into the fire tornado in front of you. And you just see concussive blows happening all throughout it as the fire tornado in front of you just kind of vibrates and just kind of makes weird, like, movements as the blows connect into it. Will you do anything else?
No.
Okay. Yolanda, what you got for us?
I'm gonna keep punching him.
You're going to keep punching?
Punching. No. I rolled 2 ones.
Jesus.
Not just one. 2 ones.
That's a bunch of
Two.
bullshit.
Luckily on the same thing, but
Luckily. All right. So is that your full thing that you're doing?
yeah, I'm not gonna waste the key
Okay.
on this.
So your first blow connects. You send a repercussive blow into the water elemental, doing a whole 10 radiant damage to it. But on the second punch, I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Hi.
Holy shit.
So he did not wash you off the mountain.
Cool, I could just run back up.
Hang on, I need to read for a second since you passed. All right. Basically, nothing happened your second punch hit, but nothing. As far as you can tell, nothing happened. Your punch splashed into its body, but nothing happened.
Okay. That's gonna be it.
It's gonna be it for you. Okay, Armin, what you got?
I don't fucking know, man. I'm gonna use one of my spell slots to summon my divine sword thing.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and take that down.
I'll do this.
So it'll be my spiritual weapon, and I'm not gonna summon it right there.
Would you put it? Can you control it? Put it wherever.
Yeah,
I
can
just kind of
control
dropped it.
I'm gonna put it over here. I think we had this discussion last time. Does my floating sword grant flanking if it's on the opposite side of one?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Then it's gonna be.
It'll give you additional damage, but it doesn't grant you flanking because that would be way OP to do.
Okay. Well, it's gonna grant Istaval flanking, which would be OP anyway. It'll spawn there, and it'll use its attack to hit the water elemental.
Okay. Take a swing at it.
Is 20.
It rolled a 20.
It rolled up to a 20, but yes.
When you cast the spell, you make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Yeah,
okay. So you rolled a 20. That's a hit.
And it does 5 damage. Ignore the divine strike.
Okay. So you do that to the water?
Yes. And that's a bonus action to summon it and for it to do its first attack.
Sure.
I'm going to follow up and use my spear on the water elemental as well.
Okay. 12.
25.
20.
Because I have
yeah, you're right. You are flanking. So your javelin stab connects. It pierces the water elemental.
I use the spear.
Spear. That's right. You don't have a javelin. Spear.
I do, but I like the spear.
Yeah. 7 or 14?
Both.
Both. So 14? Okay.
Yes.
So it glows, your spear glows with a white light as it pierces the water elemental, doing a total of 14 piercing and divine damage against it.
And that is my turn.
All right. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back.
It's going to be a long combat, guys. He's going to the bathroom in the middle of it.
Oh no. I'm already falling asleep.
Well, I got a plan to hit 3 of them at once, so
Dude, are you going to lightning bolt?
yeah.
This is going to be beautiful.
Hopefully they all stay lined up like that for my next turn.
The big air, the water, and the earth have taken a fuck ton of damage. I'm gonna go get some water.
Sean run off too.
Yeah, he went to get some water.
See, you guys aren't doing too bad.
No.
And Sean wanted to run away.
Well,
I'm
to be
still not
fair,
sure.
it looked like we were outmatched pretty big.
I wonder if Jeff will jump in at any point.
It is after 9.
Yeah.
And do you have to go pump the water?
You had to go squeeze it out of a rock.
Yeah, apparently. So I bought back Veronica from the dead, and now the lantern has been wreaking havoc over the land. I've got to go in Dragon Quest.
Oh, you're doing Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in post game?
Mm-hmm.
I never actually finished the post game. I need to.
Well, I was doing fine, and then you have to do these Wheel of Harmas or whatever.
Wheel of Harma is completely optional.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like
They make it
maybe
seem
I
like it's.
misunderstood. It
They
seemed
make
like
it
I had to pass it to get to the next step of the quest or something.
Maybe this is post game. This is after you beat the final boss, right?
Yeah, but then so I went and bought Veronica back. Like I traveled back in time,
Yes.
bought her back, and then the Lantern, the bad guy now. So he's like completely.
Oh yeah, the guy who's freed himself from Edwin's lantern.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Harma thing is 100% optional. You do not have to do it. Trust me. The first time I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, I have to do this. No, you don't have to do it.
Oh, okay.
Just walk away. Side quests suck.
Yeah, because I got to the slimes one where there's like
That's where I got stuck too. Yeah.
And I can't find. I can beat them, but I can't find anybody who can do it with
within the time
turn
limit. Yeah.
Yeah, within the term limit.
So, that's about where I'm at actually in post game. So, what are you supposed to go do now? I forget. It's been like 6 months.
Something about seedlings, and for some reason I thought that they had told me to go see the.
Oh right, you have to go to specific seedlings in the world to have like viewings or whatever. Yeah, no, that's where I got to. You need to go. There's like 2 of them specifically that you have to go to, and I think one of them is near where the Angler is.
Yeah, because there's a pink exclamation point there. That's like.
There is one of those seedlings, I think, just outside the city that you go and see.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's why I'm confused then.
I have not done it since before Halloween of last year. So, yeah, like mid-October is when I last played the game.
Yeah, I'm just leveling everybody up now.
Are you doing the Switch version?
Yeah.
See, yeah, I got discouraged because I've been playing the PS4 version, and then the Switch version came out, and it goes, oh, it has all of this extra content, and I'm like, great.
Yeah, pretty much the Switch had rolled it right in like it was all part of the same game.
Yeah.
I figured I had beaten the actual, I figured that what I was doing now was extra.
So once you hit the end, so technically no, you're still playing the game. The game gives you the end screen too early because you need to do the technical post game so that you can see the real ending for the game. It's just that the Switch version adds more stuff.
Gotcha.
But if you're like me, you bought the PS4 Special Edition. I paid $160 for this bullshit, and now it's not even a complete version.
That sucks.
Oh, I'm like real upset. I'm real upset. But it comes with like an art book, and it comes with the soundtrack for the game. It even comes with a cloth map.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, and the coolest part is a steel case.
Ah, sweet. That looks nice.
It is. It's real nice.
Did Dee fall asleep?
Mm.
Oh, are you there?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, let's continue then. Now that Sean is back. All right. It's the Earth Elemental's turn. He is going to turn. Can he take a strike at that spectral sword, or is it like? Is that something he can do?
Nope.
No.
It doesn't say that it has health or anything. It's a
The Earth
floating
Elemental is going to
spectral
turn
weapon.
around and he's going to take a swing at the spectral sword that just attacked him.
It's spectral. It goes right through it.
It's an elemental. It's going to swing at things hitting it.
I don't know what its AC is. It doesn't have AC or health. It's a ghost sword.
That's okay. Well, you're fighting giant hostile like berserker elemental. I don't think it really matters too much. It turns around and it takes a swing at the sword. Its punch just passes through the sword like it's nothing there. It realizes it, and it turns around and tries to take another swing at Saristaval.
Wah wah.
Missing.
Oh, that sword
Punch.
totally didn't hit.
Ha.
The sword didn't hit?
No,
What?
the sword hit the water elemental, not the earth one.
Right. But it's different. That is his turn. It is the water elemental. Water elemental. It's going to make some booming noises at Yolanda again.
What's so booming
You
about
maybe
glub glub?
glub 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 glub
Blah, blah, blah.
blah blah blah. It takes a swing.
We have a wild Jeff.
Hey.
Maybe.
Well, water elemental's gonna finish up his turn.
He must be here. I heard his exhale.
I heard it. Yeah. The water elemental punches Yolanda. A hardened water force bludgeoning against her body. She takes a whole 10 bludgeoning damage. He is going to follow up. So it's going to move into Yolanda's square, giving Armin an attack of opportunity.
That's good. I'm really not great at those, but
You take a stab, connecting your spear into the backside of it for a whole 14
Just 7.
damage. Just 7? Okay.
I only get to do that once per
As the
turn.
water elemental moves into Yolanda's square, Yolanda, give me a strength saving throw.
Damn, that would have been a shitty roll. It's still not great.
It's still not great. You take 19 bludgeoning damage. You are also grappled because you are caught in the water elemental's body now. That is his turn. Saristaval, it is now your turn. You see in front of you a giant air/fire elemental that has combined. You see to your north an earth elemental that has been taking punches at you for a while you see Armin and Yolanda fighting a water elemental. A water elemental has just grappled Yolanda into its water body.
The water body, huh?
The water body.
Okay. What have I been hitting the most?
the earth elemental.
Yeah, you did some serious damage to that earth elemental earlier.
Okay, well, better just continue along with that then.
You also said a lot of witty one-liners.
Did I now?
No.
Did I stare off into space like a zombie?
You carried a dragon man.
Were my eyes glazed over as I awkwardly swung my warhammer?
You were truly possessed by something. Also, I used all your level 1 spell slots for smiting.
That's fine. Does this constitute flanking?
So this creature, this person you see here, is an unconscious being and on the field. So no.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, 22 and a 15.
So to catch you up, the party approached this wizard that was doing some wonky stuff, and then some elementals were summoned, but it threw the wizard against the wall, knocking him unconscious.
Gotcha. Well, then I better do what I do best then.
All right. Well, the first connect, you throw your warhammer into the body of the earth elemental. It shatters the chest. Well, it cracks the chest thoroughly as it does a whole 16 damage combined to Mr.
Well,
Earth Elemental.
I better allow some extra damage to seep through then.
You're going to smite?
Yup.
And as the blow connects, it radiates with a white glow as it accentuates the damage for an additional 15. The Earth Elemental you see begins to falter before you.
That's good.
The second strike, however, as you bring it down, ricochets off of the side of it, doing no damage. Hafen,
Okay.
you're up.
Okay. So Yolanda's stuck inside that water creature right now?
She is. She's currently grappled.
So shooting it with lightning probably wouldn't be the best thing in the world, would it?
Absolutely. One would think no.
I will save her if you hold your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move to here. Let's see. And give Armin a chance to pull Yolanda out of the water. I will hold my turn until after his turn.
So you're going to move down here. Okay. Yolanda, give me... Actually,
A drowning check.
not a drowning check.
This is where you do your whirlwind kick
Right?
and kill the water elemental from the inside. Just one shot, one
It's
kill.
gotta die soon. She punched it a lot.
She did.
Is it an ice or a water elemental?
Water.
So give me... I guess this is the right roll for grapple, a strength check.
She can make a
it's-
strength or a what
Whichever is higher. A strength or...
It's an athletics or a
Yeah, an athletics or strength check, or acrobatics, whatever's higher. Having been engulfed by this water elemental, you've had enough and you feel like breaking out.
take it.
She's
Choose an adjacent 5-foot square to move to.
Can I pop out like it's a water slide?
You can. Just choose, literally choose a square around it to move to.
I did.
you're not gonna give it a powerful kick and dive out like a dolphin. You're not gonna make it as you explode out.
You have that was your check, so you still have your action. So you successfully burst out of the water elemental's chest. What do you say?
You'd think with all that water you wouldn't be so goddamn thirsty. And then I punch you. I'm gonna try and punch you. Punch you.
So, okay. So you're gonna punch him a whole bunch of times. So 2 of your blows splash against his body while the other 2 connect. You're just softening him up for the actual blows.
I want to take a sip with the ones that I don't hurt him with. I'm like,
Do you really need a water elemental in your stomach fighting you?
Drink him to death.
I'll make the bathroom trip later more interesting.
That's pretty funny.
You notice the water elemental in front of you is starting not to look too hot. Because he's a water elemental.
But
Will you do anything else?
now that's me.
Okay. Armin.
For my bonus action, the sword's going to move closer to the water elemental and do its attack.
Sure.
23.
23 absolutely hits.
10 damage.
10 damage. The spectral sword slices through the water elemental.
And it
All
dies?
of a sudden, the water elemental seemingly separates into two beings and puddles to the ground and moves no more. It is just the grass is now soaked with the water.
While the water is falling to the ground and puddling up, can I use my simple action, the one where you handle a vial or a flask, to run through it and try to catch some of the water elemental in a glass vial?
You will take an attack of opportunity from the air.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So I run straight through it to right up in front of Yolanda, trying to scoop water elemental into this glass vial that I saw.
So as you run away from the air elemental, buffets your back with an attack, and it connects, and you take 21 bludgeoning damage as you run away.
No regrets.
No regrets.
If you end up with a flask full of water elemental, totally worth it.
So
It's a what's a broken spine?
I'm a cleric. I'll heal it. I'll rub some dirt in it. We'll be all right. Do I need to make a roll to catch this water or this water elemental remains?
Give me, as you're running, give me what would be a good roll
sleight
for
of
that?
hand.
Yeah, sleight of hand would probably be the best. Yeah, you got to roll high.
I said
You have to roll high for it.
that I have a -1.
Oh, well, you need to roll high.
Nope.
From the attack from the air elemental from behind you, you falter just enough that you're not able to catch any of the water.
Damn. That could have been our pet water elemental, guys. And I'll use
Darn.
my action to give Yolanda a pick me up.
Thank you.
Let's see what kind of pick me up you get. A level 1 cure wounds.
2.
You get 10 health, and I get
Nice.
3.
Yay.
Okay. Will you do anything else?
That is me.
Okay. Hey, Finn, you have held your action. What are you doing?
Okay, so on this line here, I'm going to cast a lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Okay. Cast me that lightning bolt. So I need to. What my DC is
Holy
15.
banana.
Ooh, he rolls a 14. For the air elemental in front of you, that was a 14. Let's roll the second one. The earth elemental, however, steals himself and takes the brunt of the lightning attack. So he'll take half damage. So both of them will take, or first one takes full, second one takes half.
Okay.
So let's do that.
I guess it was super effective against the air elemental and not so much against the earth.
And then the earth elemental will take half of that 33. All right. Your lightning arcs through both of the elementals as it crashes into the stone wall behind them. The earth elemental is faltering slightly, stumbling his step. But the fire elemental, the fire tornado, seems to still be standing and buffets the winds slightly as it takes the lightning blast. Will you do anything else?
I'm going to continue to, let's see here, hang on.
I'm gonna cast lightning bolt again, right?
As a bonus action,
Oh, I forgot about that air elemental.
I'm gonna continue to slide over here.
I deleted the air elemental, but he's up there still, so I gotta put him back in turn order.
Spoilers, guys. No one has hit the air elemental at all.
Well, that's...
Oops.
It's okay.
Well, we're close to getting that earth elemental down.
That guy had
And then
203. I'm surprised the earth elemental is not dead. You hit him twice, right, Jeff?
Several times.
Yeah, several times.
All right, Hafen, is that it for you?
Yep.
Okay. The other earth elemental, air elemental, moves down towards Armin and Yolanda after seeing the water elemental.
You want to get in my vial?
He's going to take 2 slam attacks at Armin. Does an 18 and 23 hit?
No.
Does the 18 hit? I forget. Is that a tie? If it's a tie, do you
Roller
win?
wins.
So you take a whole, for the first attack, you take a whole 7 damage. And for the second attack, you take a whole 9 damage.
I got some ouchies.
You got some ouchies. And he uses some more movement to position himself on the east side of you two.
He's doing that thing like he doesn't want to get hit by lightning.
It is now the earth elemental. The earth elemental turns around to Armin and takes 2 stone-walled punches.
The earth elemental attacking me?
No, it's attacking Armin.
I am Armin.
Armin, you're Armin. I mean, east of all.
No, I'm
Jesus
Armin.
Christ, leave me-
You're Armin. I'm Armin.
We're all Armins.
We're all
No.
Armin.
I'm Spartacus.
I like it.
The earth elemental punches forward with both fists, both connecting directly into Sir Eastaval. The first one Sir Eastaval takes 18 damage.
Crunch.
For the second attack, he takes 19 more damage.
Jesus Christ. I'm not seeing your health go down, Jeff. I gotta know.
Working on it.
I gotta know what my priorities are. And I think
You basically just took 40 damage.
I'm being lazy. I'm using a calculator because I
Oh.
don't feel it.
if you type -18.
Wait,
or
are
-19
you
into
watching
it-
health? Are you watching health bars, Sean?
Yes, because I'm a medic. I'm watching people get hurt.
That's kind of meta, if you ask me.
That's like
No.
my whole thing
It's
is
the
I'm a healer.
equivalent of if him seeing somebody's nose like bursting open.
Okay. All right.
No, think of it like it's like Death Note. Everybody has little numbers hovering over their heads, and only he can see them because he's a cleric.
Like the only thing
All
I'm
right.
getting out of this is I'm about to run away and take more attack of opportunities to heal
All right.
someone.
Well, now the Earth Elemental has taken his turn.
He's got the Shinigami eyes.
The earth elemental burrows into the ground and moves away and pops up over here.
What a bunch of bullshit.
It's magical movement, so yes. All right, Saristoval, it's your turn. You've got the giant fire tornado in front of you.
Well, with my, arm tore out of the socket and my kneecap busted, and
You had a gimp knee anyway, right, old man?
no, he never took an arrow to the knee. He did not.
I pull out my crossbow.
What dealt me the damage last turn?
It was the earth elemental that just ran away from you.
Hmm. I'm gonna do. So he's gone now. Oh, he popped up. Is he retreating? Is that where he's going?
He ran away from you. He did the attack and then he ran away. He did a magical run away so he didn't have to take an attack of opportunity.
Like a little bitch.
Is there anything up here? Is there some reason he's going towards the center? Is there like a shrine? He's not gonna heal himself or something, is he?
Probably is.
Is that like an actual possibility?
Could be.
Would East of All know this? Is there like a glowing portal over in the up here?
Well, there was until all of the elementals got summoned and then it collapsed in on itself. So all
So
you
there's
see is what you see is the stone ruins and everything.
So no residual glowing or anything.
No, nothing like that.
All right, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rebuke the violent on him.
Rebuke the violent.
Yeah.
He is violent. Rebuke him.
So hold on, I'll tell you what that means.
He feels bad and he goes home.
I'm gonna say that was not very nice.
I say those words a lot.
Oh, dog, it's freezing out there.
I'm gonna do that.
Immediately after an attacker within 30 feet of you deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you. So it did damage to you and it ran off.
Just kidding. I can totally read. Okay, then I'm just gonna attack the big guy here.
Okay. 26 absolutely hits. Now, you can, Saristoval can tell there's a giant fire tornado in front of him. So,
With his eyes.
fire damage may not be as effective.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I snuffed my fire damage out right before I swung.
So you swing both attacks. You rupture them into the fire tornado, causing a rift, connecting both attacks, doing a total of 23 hammer damage, and you're running an extra 24 on top of that. Is that right?
Yes.
What is that third roll you did there?
I did a 3rd level spell and a 2nd level spell.
So 8 plus 15 plus 24 plus 12?
Yep.
Do you do anything as you do this attack? Do you declare anything?
Thumor.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna scream Excelsior!
And you're going to violently thrash your hammer into the fire tornado in front of you.
Yeah, I'm aiming for the center.
You're aiming for the center. Very Thor-like, you throw your hammer into the center with you attached to it.
Wait, what?
Sure.
Well, he rolled a 20.
Oh,
So
I thought
the
this
first
was
attack connects. The second one, he throws himself into the center of the tornado, thrashing his hammer about, dealing divine strikes as he strikes about inside the tornado. The fire begins to flicker and fade, and the wind dies out as he lands on the ground, dissipating the fire tornado.
Well, that's convenient.
Who is going all wind elemental into their microphone?
It could be me. Mine is weird. Seems to depend on what kind of program I'm using as to how strong the pickup is.
It is now the air elemental's turn. The air elemental moves into Yolanda Armin's square. I need them to make me a strength saving throw.
Why does the wind elemental have a turn order of 9999?
It was at the top of the order above everybody else. I just did that.
Because
Okay.
he's a Nazi.
Yeah.
That's all he can say is 9.
The air, so nothing happens as the air, winds buffet you really hard, but you stand your ground and you're not thrown about or you take any damage. It's going to take one more strike at Yolanda. And it's going to attack. It's going to connect with one slam attack for a total of 19 bludgeoning damage to you. And that is the air elemental's turn. He is currently occupying your square. It is now Hafen's turn.
Does this line I'm drawing, does that get both of the elementals?
No.
Okay.
It'll only get one.
Wall.
Well, you got to
yeah,
remember
there's a
that
wall
two
there.
of your teammates are currently enveloped but not restrained in any way by an elemental.
Okay.
Go for the earth. We got the air.
Okay. It's just gonna change what spell I'm using.
He's probably immune to thunder damage, right?
Let's see here.
Jeff, you're looking a little rough.
Who is?
He looks like he's
Like in real life?
de-aging.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm gonna
Guys.
move up.
Guys,
Whoops.
you'll never believe it. I found the elixir of it's chocolate milk.
All along.
I'm gonna move up the stairs a little and then cast a ray of that
Ray of what?
frost
Ray of Frost? Okay.
at the earth elemental.
All right. So make me a ranged spell attack.
Ah,
Nice. 26 absolutely connects. The ray of frost erupts across the staircase, across the open area, connects against the earth elemental, freezing him in place. The earth elemental then just crumples to the ground in a pile of rocks.
sweet. Okay, that's me.
Yolanda, you have free movement. The air elemental is just around you. So if you move too far out, you have an attack of opportunity, or it has an attack against you.
Okay. First I'm gonna use Burning Hand.
Okay.
See what happens if I try and catch him on fire.
And then we
Sure.
have another fire NATO. Great.
Yup. It's a DC 15.
15. It fails, so
9 damage.
a whole 9 damage.
I'm gonna use a point of key so that I can disengage without it attacking me, and then whirl of wind and go. Whoosh.
Whoosh. Okay. All right.
Oh, and then I still get my movement, and I'm really hurt, so I'm gonna go down.
Gonna go somewhere else. All right. You're gonna hide behind the slight drop in the hill right there, just behind that ridge.
Stayed, I would have healed you.
Run away! Run away!
So bad.
All right. All right, Armin, you're up.
My spectral sword's gonna float over and whack it.
Whack it. All right.
Does a 9 hit?
So it strikes at the wind, but it cuts through the wind, doing no damage.
And we haven't done shit to this guy. I'm gonna run over to. I'm gonna run over to Yolanda.
Okay. So it takes an attack of opportunity against you.
Yep, go ahead and hit me.
It connects with a hit. You take 14 bludgeoning damage as you run away from the air elemental.
Okay.
It buffets you in the back with more hits of air.
It gusts me real good.
Gusts
Shoots
you
my skirt
good.
up. Yolanda, I think you're gonna get like a big ol' heal. What does this do? I haven't had to use this yet. That feels right. I wasn't expecting. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a level 3 cure wounds on Yolanda for 29,
Nice.
and I'll take +5 from my self healing. Oh god, I killed her.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
That's your turn. All right, Easterball, you are up. You have successfully taken down the fire tornado in front of you. What will you do next? The only thing that's left that you can see on the field is the air elemental. Onto ran away.
It's still over there, just whipping around, huh?
Yeah.
Use your peacekeeper abilities to get us a new friend.
Yes, I'd like to use a charisma check to try and charm the air.
I already tried that. Then
Yeah, we gave that a shot.
Can I try an animal handling roll?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
It won't work on an elemental.
Well, I have elemental handling as a proficiency.
I guess I'm gonna move over there and. How does Armin look, just physically?
I'm good.
How much blood? So there's no blood.
He looks fine.
pouring
He looks
out?
fine. No, he looks good. You saw him rush over and
Alright.
help Yolanda.
I'm gonna dump 55 lay on hand points on me.
Okay. That's your action?
That's all your
And
lay
then-
on hands, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Because I was feeling pretty rough, but I figured I'd check you just in case. That is Easteval's turn.
That is Easteval's turn. All right, it is now the air elemental. He is going to move into your and Armin's space. I need both of you to give me a strength check.
I think we're both.
If they're
pretty
doing
strong.
if they're doing strength checks, they get my my +3.
Well, I
Sure.
got 11 then.
And then
Go
I,
ahead.
I need
Go
to
ahead.
do one.
It's just you and Armin. Yolanda's fine.
So 10.
10.
This is great.
So, Easteval will take 23 bludgeoning damage, and he'll be thrown 10 feet back. Armin takes 20 bludgeoning damage, and he is thrown 10 feet.
Rebuke. I'm gonna rebuke.
You're going to rebuke.
Yep.
What does that do?
He's gonna take damage unless he gets the saving throw, in which case he gets half. DC 15.
DC 15. Failed, so
He takes the full brunt of the damage he dealt.
the air elemental takes the 20 instead.
Well, he still takes it, but he receives it back.
So he deals the 20, but also takes 20.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's radiant damage.
Okay.
Is that the first damage we've done to him? No, it isn't.
No, Yolanda, I think, has hit him. I think you might have hit him because he's taken damage before this. So, okay, it is now Hafen's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it and immolate it.
You're gonna immolate. All right.
Jesus. 38 damage. That's a good spell.
DC 15. All right, let me get a good roll on this.
No, that was just a good roll on that.
Oh, he absolutely does not pass that. So he takes a full 38 fire damage. So you light up the air elemental. Maybe only slightly worried that it'll turn into another fire tornado in front of you.
Yeah, we beat one.
Right? You beat one, you can beat another, right?
We don't need to beat more.
The air elemental is spinning in space as it in place as it is on fire. Will you do anything else?
No.
Okay, Yolanda. You see the air elemental in front of you light into flames.
I'll burning hands it again.
You're gonna burning hands. All right.
Why do y'all want to create another abomination?
I need to make a DC on that, don't I?
Yes.
What is your DC?
15.
15. All right. It does not pass, so it takes a whole 16. As one immolation ends, Burning Hands follows up behind and consumes the air elemental in a cacophony of flames.
Cacophony of flames.
Will Yolanda do anything else?
Just so things won't keep hitting me, I'll use a key and run away.
And run away? Key and run away? Okay.
Keep running away from me. All I want to do is heal you.
All right, Armin.
I have 14 health, and I would gladly heal you instead. The sword.
Heal yourself.
The sword's gonna do its thing.
Okay. The sword slices into the air elemental.
And kills it for 9 damage.
For 9 whole damage. As it slices into the air element, you see what happens to the air elemental happened with the water elemental. It dices it in two before the air dissipates.
I rush
and
forward and
clears
try to vial it.
and clears before you. As it dissipates, a gem drops to the ground.
Can I vial some air elemental? Is it possible?
Hang on, I actually had a thing for this.
For catching an air elemental? Because that's what
No,
I
as you killed the air elemental, you see a blue sapphire drop to the ground in front of you.
Well, it's shiny. That's more interesting than a new friend. I'll go pick it up and throw it in my bag.
When you pick it up, you notice that it has a raging inferno of energy within it.
Ooh.
That's interesting. I throw it in my bag.
Okay,
Whoa, whoa.
keep track of that. A blue sapphire.
Raging blue sapphire.
I would think that would either be valuable or magical. Or both.
Combat has ended.
All right.
Yolanda's doing backflips, and then Primordial will go like, "I told you, bitch! I told you."
Seems about right.
And now I really gotta go to bed. I'm so sleepy.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all tell me if y'all make any decisions or anything.
All I have left is some story stuff, which I'm sure people can fill you in on.
Yeah, I'll just watch the end of the stream or something.
Okay.
Night night. See y'all next week.
See you later.
Hello.
See ya.
I think it's time to wake up Ataz.
I think that's a good idea.
Yep.
I'm going to dismiss my spiritual sword.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk up to him. And I'm going to... I restarted my browser. And I'm going to give him a light smack in the face.
Yeah, I'm like smack. All right, after, a couple of minutes of doing this, Ataz, a little disoriented, but he comes to.
What's up, big guy?
Oh, what happened?
You fell asleep.
Were the elementals summoned? That would be a bad thing if they were.
No,
You just about got us killed.
No, everything was great. There was no elementals. It looked like your magic completely fizzled.
Then what happened to me?
You fell asleep. You just blacked out.
backlash.
All right, that doesn't sound like me, but okay. Roll me a deception on that.
I don't know why I'm lying about this.
I don't either. I was wondering. Are you trying to gain something?
I mean, we'll see. Should I roll with disadvantage? We all look like we've been through hell.
Yeah, no.
Yes, absolutely.
Look, there's trees knocked over.
You rolled a 6. Ataz looks around and he looks at you, kind of tattered, and he looks at the rest of the party and he says, "What really happened here?"
I tell him that, you bought all those elementals out, it knocked you out, and we got left having to deal with them. They were not very happy to be here.
If only I hadn't lost consciousness, I would have been able to control them. I needed them. I needed them to fight the dragons.
Well,
we're on the same page at least.
We at least want to accomplish the same goal. I don't know if I want to try mental. Seems like that's a bit of a task.
So, Mr. Magic Man, I have a question. You seem to want to summon elementals to fight our battle for us. I want to try something a little in reverse. Do you think you could banish a dragon to the elemental plane to die on its own?
I've thought about it. I've done extensive research on it. The ancient dragons that are plaguing the land are too powerful to be banished so easily.
Well, I didn't expect it to be easy. But given enough magical power, could we equip you with the resources you need to do it?
I'm not sure I have the power to do that. I was only summoning these elementals so I could take on the blue dragon that has taken up in the desert to the east of here.
Maybe you can join with us and we can find an alternate solution to taking this dragon out. Since we seem to be having issues conjuring the elementals.
Well, if I hadn't have passed out, I might have been able to control them, but the problem is you cannot keep elementals on this plane for very long.
So even if you were to get control of one, how long would you have to kill the blue dragon?
I would have a couple of hours at best.
So how
really this was practice to summoning elementals.
Okay. So would your goal to be summoning an elemental closer to the blue dragon?
Absolutely.
This still isn't a bad idea.
No. I think we'd be served in each other's company. We want to accomplish the same goal, so why don't you come with us and maybe you and I can work together to perfect that spell.
There's something I must deal with first, he says, with a heavy heart.
But what is it?
I know what it is.
This isn't my first time summoning the elementals.
You've killed people before doing this.
Killed? No. Not on purpose. No. It was an accident. I promise.
She's still dead.
But I didn't... He gets very choked up. It wasn't on... It was an accident. It got out of control when I summoned it. There was nothing I could do.
Do you still have her remains?
I buried her body on the cliffside to the south of here. You may have passed it on the way in.
Was it under a rock a little? Is he like distraught or something?
He's very distraught.
Okay.
He's weeping openly.
Well, isn't she with us?
No, she's off. We sent her on a side quest.
Oh, whoops.
So as far as he knows, she's
Funny
like,
story.
she's gone. I mean, we could drop the bomb that
I think we should ease this guy. Yeah, I think we should at least know that we have her.
But I
We
mean,
know
is that
where
going
she
to
is.
buy us anything? He was like, based on what we saw of the statue and stuff, he like might be a little crazy obsessed with her. And I don't know if we'd want to inflict that on her.
You're more familiar with her than I am, because you're the one that actually found her. I just we wandered in later, so I'll leave that to your call. She told you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how well it would serve us to let him know.
Okay. Well, maybe we can help you find your restitution or your whatever. Ease your soul.
Ataz looks very resolute at this point. He's just like, I have to kill this blue dragon. That is the only way that I can forgive myself.
Well, we want to kill the blue dragon too.
Well, we want to kill a bunch of dragons, but
Well, we don't want to stop there, but you say dragon, I want to take it out.
Okay, so do you say anything else to Ataz there?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Does Istval have anything to say to this guy?
Sir Eastval is not really sure what to make of all of this. His brain was scrambled when we first walked up.
He's a little fuzzy.
He's a little fuzzy. I know that we were trying to summon these guys, and this was a test run for the bigger one, but
Well, this is the wizard that we were looking for, sort of, on our way to the Corinthor.
okay.
Cormanthor, yeah.
And at least my big plan was to get him to banish the dragon to the elemental plane so it could be eaten by elementals.
Which I like that plan. So when we're talking about the person that he killed, are we referring to our ghostly friend?
We are.
Do we all know this?
I think everyone is aware.
Yeah, everyone but Ataz is aware.
Okay, so we're all kind of looking at each other like, yeah.
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 Like, I don't know if it's a good idea to tell him. It might motivate him, but he seems motivated already. And
I feel like it wouldn't be a bad thing to let him know, though.
my only concern is he was, like, building statues of them and being creepy and stuff. And I don't know if he was, like, obsessed or if they were an item for realsies. And her only goal is to be put to rest or restored with her body.
Well, he doesn't know that we know her yet, so let's just inquire. Let's get him to tell his version of events.
Sure.
I feel like
Because he
that's not a
doesn't
bad
know
idea.
we have any skin in the game yet, so.
I mean, it's our own skin.
Yeah.
Fighting these fucking
but
elementals.
I mean, like,
Are you at
he has
12
no
health?
reason to lie to us about his relationship because he doesn't know that we know her.
How about this? Tell us more about your victim.
She was no victim. I loved her.
But she's dead.
You loved her to death.
Do you actually say that?
Sir Isabel says that, yes.
Ataz does not look pleased by that comment. No. I loved her, but her father wouldn't have any of it. Nothing. He wouldn't have any dealings with a magic user such as myself. She lied to him. She told him she was going to Daggerford when she was really coming out here to be with me. When we were out here one day, I was practicing summoning the elementals, and I managed to summon one, but I lost control of it, and it wreaked havoc on her before I could do anything, before I could wrest control back, and it killed her. I was distraught by this. There was nothing I could do, but my resolve brought me to
Hey, be careful. Careful.
gaining control of elementals and taking down the dragon that I had initially
Be careful, baby.
wanted to do.
Hmm.
Mm.
You didn't try
That's
to
a sad
revive her?
story.
What's that, Sean?
You didn't try to revive her?
I have no way to do it. I'm not a cleric. I'm a wizard.
You don't know a cleric?
No, I don't. I'm out here by myself. If I go back to my cabin out towards the Southwood, it'll still take me a couple of days' ride to even get to the nearest city to find something. And even by then, it could be too late.
Is it too late right now?
I don't know. I've never revived.
Let me see how long I can use this spell. She's been dead for more than 10 days. We've done that amount of time traveling to get here.
Well, we did take a portal.
Yeah, but it took us like 3 days to get to Daggerford and 3 days up
Yeah.
there and 3 days back from the other place. Why don't you show us her remains?
Okay, so he leads you back south.
So that I may say a prayer.
Sure. So, you come back over here.
You point at that goddamn rock. Do it. Tell me it was that one.
No. Where is his token? So he brings over here, and she's just kind of buried over here on the cliffside.
Is it the cool rock facing off on the cliffside? Right here.
No, down here.
Oh. I'm zooming out.
Oh, over here.
Okay. Which rock was it that we did it? Was it this one? No, we tried. It was probably this
over
one.
by on the path.
Yeah, it's this one, right?
Yeah, that's the one you guys rolled off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I gave this one some side eye. I felt like it was laughing at us. Okay, so is it like completely clear? Like we don't notice undisturbed ground, or?
Yeah, it's been a few weeks, so you can tell that now that he has pointed it out, you can tell that it is recently disturbed Earth. So.
So I'm very interested in bringing something of her back to her, because that might be the key to keeping her in that body or keeping her out of that dungeon that we found her in.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it needs to be a body part or if it can be like something else.
Like a trinket of hers
Yeah,
or something.
like a trinket or.
Well, she is buried, and the man who accidentally killed her and buried her, standing in front of you.
I don't know how I'm going to convince him to let me dig her up without telling her that she is alive, or telling him that she is alive.
I walk up and say, "Do you recognize the curtain on This Is Your Life?"
You could do a little minor deception and tell him, "Oh, I've got a way to bring her back."
I mean, technically, yeah, but not. He doesn't have the spell yet.
No, I mean, I do have a way to bring her back. She's already alive.
No, she's possessing a body currently.
That's a gray area as far as living goes.
Could we have her?
I mean, technically, she does look like herself again, doesn't she?
Yep.
Yeah, she did. She did morph herself in the doppelganger's body to look like her old self.
She's a lot stronger. She's got some beefy stats. Dumb as a rock, though.
Sweet girl, dumb as a rock. Though.
Like, serious. She's got a -1 in an intellect, wisdom, and charisma.
All right, so what do you do?
I think we gotta tell him.
Yeah, I think we have to tell
I
him.
think we should tell him.
So I take him and I say, why don't you sit down for this one, for this little chat we're gonna have.
Listen, pal.
Listen, pal, we found a ghost in an old dungeon in the middle of nowhere, unrelated to here, whose name was Serena.
And he perks up as soon as you say that.
She just knows that she was killed. She's kind of inhabiting. She's possessing an old foe of ours body right now. And I would love to return her to her true self. But we're going to need to dig up her grave a little bit to do that. And I'm like watching his eyes.
Ataz pops up and he's just like, she lives as a ghost? I mean, I understand that these things can happen, but how did she... Where did you find your ghost?
I name off the fort that I can't remember the name of.
It was there was really no name for it. I was just calling it the Witch's Keep.
It was like an abandoned fort, wasn't it?
It was. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. It was an abandoned fort in the north end of the Misty Forest. There was really no name for it.
I described that to him.
Okay.
I say, we found her in an abandoned fort. We found her ghost in an abandoned fort near the Misty Forest. Do you have any connection to that? To a place around there?
You can see the gears turning in his head as he slightly paces a little bit. And he's just like, I don't understand how she could have gotten there. But she lives. How do we get her back? I mean, her body's right here. We need to. You're a cleric, right?
I am.
Can you resurrect her?
She's been dead for a long time. In
digging.
my world. I could petition my god to intervene.
Get digging.
I'll sign that petition.
Well, yeah.
He asks who your god is.
I don't know that.
And that's not a good answer. I don't know.
I don't know that Tamara would intervene in this case. Although we've got a couple gods on our side at this point. Maybe we could.
Yeah, we'll pull in and we'll get them all to team up.
Like, I don't know that we could resurrect her. I don't know how long does regular resurrection last. I like the ghost. That's funny.
It's a coaster.
Like her resurrection is beyond me, but I could
Regular resurrection that you can do, I think, is only like 2 weeks or something.
It's 10 days.
10 days, so under 2 weeks. True resurrection, however,
It's like 100 days, right?
it's like 200 years. But that's a 9th level spell.
Okay, so knowing that, I could petition Tamara to allow me to cast that spell.
Okay. Now,
Part of divine intervention. The effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate there?
divine intervention.
Yeah, that's what it says. But I would need to roll real fucking good randomly.
So you can cast. You roll a number equal or lower than your cleric level. Your deity intervenes. DM chooses the nature of this intervention. The effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate. You're asking for a lot.
Yeah, I know. And I'm asking for a lot, and it's a super slim chance. It's what, an 11% chance.
Yes.
That is a tough sell.
Because if it fails, you don't know what could happen.
Right.
Do it.
Can you convince Ataz to let you do that?
To ask for intervention?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if he's up for that.
Did you tell Ataz that she's currently up and walking around in a body?
That's fair. Maybe her being in a body is good enough. That's an interesting conversation. Hey, she's a ghost possessing a body. Is that good enough for you?
She looks like herself.
She looks exactly like herself.
He looks a little skeptical.
She's possessed a doppelganger.
He is aware of ghosts and possessions, and he's like, that eventually will come to an end. What then?
We're in a little bit of uncharted territory right here. And my goddess is not likely to intervene unless we work towards that. So, as much as I would love to risk angering her to resurrect her, I don't know that would be a good use of our abilities right now. I don't want to risk losing or dying so that you can have your girlfriend back, because we still need to stop these dragons when your girlfriend is already in a good state.
And Ataz understands. He says she's already passed, even if she is still a ghost. I must atone for what I have done and take down this blue dragon.
Well, let's help you do that. Or why don't you help us do that?
Ataz agrees. I think this is a good idea.
Okay. Well, knowing that, I
can't do this on my own.
Cool.
Knowing that, I want a token of her so that if we're presented with the opportunity, we can try to res her.
So what are you looking for in a token of her?
While I don't know what true resurrection does, I think Armin probably does. So what are the requirements for that?
For true resurrection?
Yeah.
So the only stipulation is you touch a creature that has been dead for no longer than 200 years and that has died for any reason except old age. If the creature's soul is free and willing, the creature is restored to life with all its hit points. So all you have to do is touch it if it's been dead for 200 years or less.
It says the spell can even provide a new body if the original no longer exists. But
In which
it
case you must
exists.
In which case, you must speak the creature's name, which you do know.
Right. But the body exists.
Body does exist.
So I feel like if we resurrected... I have to touch it. That's not going to work. I think we'd have to bring a piece of her.
Lucky for you, Ataz pulls out of, he
femur?
pulls out of his pocket. He pulls out a tuft of hair of Serena. Or a lock of hair.
Can we get a bone instead?
That's all he has.
I'm going to lose
He
this
has-
tuft of hair.
He has a lock of hair, and he says, "This is all I have of." The fire elemental rended her mightily.
Well,
Out of
hang on
character,
to
means
that,
we
it
could
might-
probably dig up a bone, to be honest.
So a group of 4 strangers who've just killed a bunch of fire elementals are going to come and dig up a grieving wizard's girlfriend's grave.
I think he can hold on to the lock of hair.
I mean,
Just make him keep it. He's the one that wants it so bad. He's going to keep an eye on
yeah,
it.
but I want her alive too. Because I promised to help with that. And I don't know if I can trust him to get the job done.
So do you take the lock of hair?
If he offers it to me, I will take it and I will put it in the glass vial.
He offers it to you in the case of that you can actually bring her back.
And I put it in the glass vial, so this random vial I picked up has a purpose now.
All right.
Since I can't
Very
put
nice.
a water elemental in it.
You weren't able to do that?
But you did get that gem.
I did. Y'all want to look at this gem, see what it is?
Yeah.
Wizard Man. I pull out this gem, and
It's
I
a blue
hold it up.
sapphire. Ataz noticed a blue sapphire. Ah. With that, you should be able to summon an air elemental for an hour.
For an hour. Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
You'd look up the rule of conjure elemental in this case.
Okay.
Cool.
Is
You
this
have
a
to-
magic item, or is this
you
a
have to-
consumable?
It's a consumable. You break it to free the elemental, and you have it for an hour.
And then after the hour, it's gone.
It returns to its home plane.
So we probably want to hang on to that
Yeah.
for the big fight. For a big fight.
So we'll never use it, just like all the potions that I never use.
Okay.
Here's a weird idea. So I've got this necklace of prayer beads that takes gems.
Mm-hmm.
What? Could I augment this Raging Blue Sapphire to become part of the prayer beads? So it could be a reusable thing?
To be a reusable thing. The wizard looks over the gem and he looks over your necklace and he says, "This would require the work of a magical artificer. I do not have the knowledge to do this."
I'm not even sure if it's a thing I'd want to do. And I don't know if I should be this person carrying around this summoning spell.
Well, the necklace of prayer beads has an option for summoning an ally like that, but it's gonna take a lot to do that because it is a busted vial.
Right. That's why I'd be like, I'm interested in figuring out a way to fix it, but I would
Yeah.
love to like get it repaired to the point where I could just stick any gem I want in it.
Any gem?
But
Not quite any gem.
what? Something. But I don't know if this is the right thing.
Okay.
Like if we had the gem of dragon slaying, maybe that would be the best thing to have.
Well, I have a list of gems that will work with it, so you'll need to find the right person to talk to even get those answers.
Okay.
So you've got the tuft of hair. You have the lock of hair of Serena from the wizard.
Did we dig
Wim
up the
is-
corpse?
Wim is still back at the farm. Do you figuring out how he's going to deal with this house on his property?
Yeah, I'm not super concerned.
Yeah, we don't give a shit about when.
Hey,
He
Ataz,
trusted
where's
you
your
too.
house at? Where you live?
I built a house out on the edge of Serena's father's farm.
God damn it. You know he doesn't like you, right?
He's hated me since the moment I approached him.
Yeah, maybe, so, you want to hear a funny story? He asked us to evict you.
Ataz laughs. He tried to get me away the first time, but he's an old man. What is he gonna do?
Well, he was taking your house apart brick by brick.
He can do that, and I can repair it with ease. Ataz says.
I feel like magic has something to do with that. Where's the desert? That this dragon's at?
Desert. So the cliffside here that you see that leads out east, and it leads to.
Can we pull up the Sword Coast map?
Yeah, let's pull that back out.
Maybe give us a little. I'm assuming Ataz can kind of tell us where we are.
Yeah. Where are you, map? Is that right?
I don't see shit.
Oh, I'm trying to make sure I have the right map pulled up. So
Did you get that plugin working for Chrome?
I did. It's so nice.
You can do
All
a lot
right.
with it.
So
Oh shit! That's a giant ass map.
yeah, I know. I need to fix it better. So you guys currently are here,
Okay, the red X.
and the forest that you're seeing over the cliffside is this little forest here,
Okay.
right? So now, actually, let me make sure on this Sword Coast map. Actually, we'll put you here. It'll be easier to look at. It's a little bit more detailed. Actually, no, that's not more detailed.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off.
Okay.
Hello.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Catch you later.
See ya.
So yeah, you're looking at the forest right here,
Mm-hmm.
and you are, and then Ataz points out further east. All of the desert that you see in front of it right there, all of the gray.
That.
Basically all of that. Yeah, you just see past the forest, you just see desert at 50 miles out, basically.
All that purple.
All that purple, basically.
Okay.
And then you see mountain ranges off in the far distance and stuff like that. And you say that the dragon has taken up residence somewhere out there.
But he doesn't know exactly where.
He does not know exactly where, but he has been coming into the Great Peak Mountains, and he has been encroaching on the territory leading into the high forest.
Okay. We still have our prisoner.
You do. So that might be something, to do starting next session with everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
So also go ahead and everybody's level 12 now. So go ahead and level your
Yay,
characters up.
Woohoo!
Excellent. I love a good level up.
All right.
That's why I was just like, don't run away. Don't run away. You need this fight. I'll go ahead and tag everybody in the.
Launch level plus character manager. Next, what do I get? Okay. I get 5 more health.
And you guys should get some more spell slots and some more spells.
I get an ability score increase. Maybe?
Yes, you should. You should at 12. So
Oh.
you should get 2 points.
Not having much luck getting it to show up.
So
Roll 20's being weird.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that later. Cool. Well then, I think we're good to kind of fade to black as he describes
Mm-hmm.
that.
Like I'll pick all of this up on next session,
Okay.
Okay.
and then I'll figure something out for the sidekick stuff that we can do.
Like, because we're off doing our own thing, their thing can happen at any time and kind of run
That's true.
concurrently with us.
Yeah,
so-
that's a fair point. Okay. All right. Well, then that's it.
I'm gonna hit stop on the
Alrighty.
stream. Bye bye, internet.